Hello friends, let's discuss current affairs for the week, and the first question is about Algeria. This is Algeria. They have elected, the guys here have elected Abdul Majid Tebboune for a second term. This guy has been there for some time now. This is Algeria, as you can see here. This Algeria is the largest country in Africa. Its area is a little over 23.8 lakh square kilometers. That's quite considerable. Ours is 32.87. Let's take 33 lakh square kilometers. This is 24 lakh square kilometers. But it's not deeply populated, because the south part here, basically this is all desert. This is all desert. I think it just went a bit everywhere. So let me bring to you Algeria. This was ruled by France for a long time. For a long time, it was ruled by France. Now, this was ruled by France. This was ruled by Italy. This Britain. Yeah. You can see there is something very peculiar about the map of North Africa, and of course down south here. I'll just spend a minute here, okay? Maybe because see, I have a great fascination for maps and history, geography, those kinds of things. When the Europeans came, to Africa, they crossed the Mediterranean, they came here, they found that this was all desert. And they didn't really have much use for desert, because back in those days there was no need for hydrocarbons. We are discussing something like 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th centuries. Okay, there were no motor vehicles and all that stuff, so they did not really require hydrocarbons. Because today Algeria is the ninth largest. It is the ninth largest. It's the ninth largest. Gas exporter. So that's a lot of things there. So, 9th largest gas exporter and 16th largest petroleum exporter. So, it has considerable reserves of all that stuff. But back in in the old times, there was no need. So, what the Europeans said to each other is that, hey guys, why do we fight over this land that we don't really need? But we would still need some colonies and all. So what they did was they sat around the table. I'm just making it like a story. They sat around the table like this, and they said, okay, this is the map that we know. This is Africa and all that. There is a Sahara desert here, the world's largest sand desert. Why don't we simply carve out things? So what they did was they drew straight lines like this. This is mine, the French said. This is you, this will belong to Italy, and this the Brits would take. That's why you find straight lines, no argument, no fights. But come down here. This is sub-Sahara Africa, equatorial, densely populated, lots of jungle, lots of timber, lots of people, who could be trapped for slavery, and lots of minerals, like you have bauxite, you have zinc and all that stuff, which are industrial materials. Okay, so the Europeans came here, fought among themselves, and whatever they could carve as their territory, they did. Look at this, zigzag, all zigzag. There is a reason behind this. Okay, now Algeria's president, of course, is our good old Abdul Majid Tebboune, and this is the capital, Algiers, Algiers. In fact, the name Algeria comes from the name Algiers. You have a country here called Tunisia. The name Tunisia also comes from the name of the main city, the main and capital city called Tunis, Tunis. Okay. Now, I'll just today, for a change, I'll stick to something very simple, the capitals. But I think the capitals would be mentioned anyway in this map. Morocco, Rabat, Morocco is a constitutional monarchy. The Raja here is a guy called Mohammed VI. Mohammed VI. Egypt, this is Egypt, and it's a pretty prominent country. But till about 1980, it was the most powerful Arab country. But then things went bad for it after that. And the guy here running the show, he is a guy called Abdel Fattah LCC. Abdel Fattah LCC, that's the president's name. He's a military dictator. He was the military chief and he took power. Tunisia, again, there is this guy who's runs the show here, was elected democratically, but he has since become a dictator. His name is, I'll write here, Kais Saied. Kais Saied, that is the Tunisian president. Ethiopia, down south here, Ethiopia is a very populated place. It's the second most populated place in Africa. The most populated place is Nigeria. Down south there is down on the east is Ethiopia. Ethiopia is predominantly Christian but has a prime minister who is a Muslim. The prime minister's name is Abiy Ahmed Ali, or simply called Abiy Ahmed. He is a Nobel Peace Laureate also. For what he received it, he was, he himself was not clear, just like Barack Obama. So, any which way, let's clear this. Let me take you further. But I can tell you that this is a beautiful map. Yeah, you see just one last point here. You see this here, this area, this map, this peninsula here, this one, not this one, this peninsula is called the Iberian Peninsula. Iberian Peninsula. It comprises 3 countries. You have Portugal here, Spain, and in the border between France and Spain, there is a tiny country called Andorra. What is the country? Andorra. Yeah, Andorra. So, that's Iberian Peninsula. Which Indian minister featured on the Time magazine's list of 100 most influential people in artificial intelligence 2024? Ashwini Vaishnav, because he is the Minister for Electronics and Information Technology. He is also the Minister of Railways. Okay, so he heads a lot of ministries, 3 ministries, but I have given you 2. Minister of Railways and Minister of Electronics and Information Technology. What about the choices here? We have Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, the Union Corporate Affairs Minister, the Union Finance Minister, Piyush Goyal, Information and Broadcasting, he is the Minister of Commerce and Industry, Subramaniam Jaishankar is our Foreign Affairs Minister. This AI list, I went through the entire list and I found certain fascinating things. I found the names of a lot of people from India. You have Satya Nadella. I'm not saying they're Indians. I'm saying they're from India, basically, okay, of Indian origin. There was this guy called Arvind Srinivas. There was this guy called, Sundar Pichai. You all have heard of these guys, isn't it? Who is the new Finance Secretary of India? The Finance Secretary is the most powerful, one of the most powerful bureaucrats in India. The Cabinet Secretary is the most powerful, of course, Cabinet Secretary, the Home Secretary, the Defense Secretary and the Finance Secretary. These 4 are the most powerful secretaries in the government of India. And currently it is Tuhin Kanta Pandey, and Mr. Pandey has succeeded T.V. Somanathan. T.V. Somanathan has been replaced by Mr. Pandey. Typically this position goes to an IAS officer. And what's the function? What is the role of a finance secretary? This guy technically heads the entire Ministry of Finance. We are talking of ministers and bureaucrats. Ministers usually are political appointees, but this is an administrative appointee. So he practically runs the Ministry of Finance. He is the chief advisor to the Ministry of Finance, and of course, he represents the Minister of Finance before the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament of India. It's a very, very powerful committee. This Public Accounts Committee, PAC it's called, very powerful. And, to be someone who is representative, a representative of the Finance Ministry, it calls for a lot of, knowledge, a lot of, grasp of how the entire financial system works. So, according to a Fortune India report, who emerged as the highest tax-paying celebrity in India in financial year 24, the one that ended on 31st March 2024. This is Shah Rukh Khan. You see the numbers, the top 5 guys here. Shah Rukh Khan paid total tax of 92 crores. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of tax. Yeah. And of course, the Tamil superstar Vijay there, he's also recently launched a political party. And of course, then you have the usual suspects, Salman Khan, Amitabh Bachchan. But then you have Virat Kohli here, who is paid a total tax of 66 crores. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to appreciate the fact that this is more than what a lot of business persons, some of the richest people in India pay. Okay, so you need to appreciate the effort made by these guys who've been honest at least in paying their taxes. When I say at least in taxes, I'm not talking of other things. I'm only talking of paying taxes. That's one of the most important sacred duties of being a citizen of India. Yeah? The superstar Shah Rukh Khan, of course, you know, this is something you could learn. You know, you need to learn that these guys have worked extremely hard to get where they are. Yeah, and they deserve everything that they have. But what we can learn is that we can learn this virtue of hard work, the virtue of learning, constant learning, constant ability to adapt, change, and learn from failure. These are the things that you could learn from these guys. See, Amitabh Bachchan went bankrupt. He was a superstar. Then his graph went down. He became bankrupt. Look at today. Yeah, he is huge, isn't it? Who won his second Grand Slam? This is Yannick Sinner of Italy. Yeah, Yannick Sinner has won the men's singles title at the US Open. This guy defeated Taylor Fritz. Taylor Fritz, was the runner-up. Okay, so Taylor Fritz was the runner-up. Now this is for the men's. What about the women's basically? I'll just bring in something here. Women's singles, I'll just write here, women's singles. The winner was Aryna Sabalenka. She is from Belarus. She's from, I think it's a bit stuck, Lenka. It's a little stuck, I think. Never mind. I think we'll just see if it works again. Yeah, it is working. She is from Belarus, and the runner-up was, like we mentioned, runner-up here, Fitz, men's singles title. The runner-up here was Jessica Pegula. Jessica Pegula is of the US. This is from Belarus. So, Belarusian and Russian athletes don't see their flags being displayed against after their name. So, you won't find, basically, you will find a blank flag, and of course she's from the US. Pegula is from the US. See, there are 4 Grand Slam events in the tennis calendar. The year starts with the Australian Open, then moves on to the French Open, Wimbledon, and of course the US Open. This is the last Grand Slam event of the year. Which financial services firm focused on lending to micro and small enterprises has recently achieved a unicorn status? Unicorn is $1 billion valuation, $1 billion. $1 billion valuation, which is equal to today's prices, 8,400 crore. So the company's valuation, all the shares of the company are valued at 8,400 crore. That's what it means. Okay. Now, so if someone has to purchase 10% of this company, they'd have to pay 10% of this current valuation, which is 840 crore rupees. That's what it means actually. Now, what exactly is micro and small medium enterprises? So, micro, small, medium. Okay. These are distinguished by the Ministry of MSMEs in 2 ways. One, of course, is investment. What is the total investment in plant and machinery? So, investment they look at, and second, turnover. They look at turnover. So, these 2 parameters are used to separate a micro from a small and a medium enterprise. Look at this. The investment here is 1 crore. So, every figure that I would give you would be a crore figure. The turnover should not exceed 5 crores. So, the maximum investment in the micro unit could be in a unit. If it's less than 1 crore, it's defined as a micro unit, micro enterprise. Here it's 5 crores, and this is This is 10 crores and 50 crores. This is 50 crores and 250 crores. All crores, all in crores, my friends. Okay. So, the investment, if this is it's of the magnitude between 1 and 10 crores, and the turnover is between 5 and 50 crores, then it's said to be a small enterprise. Okay. So, this is the basic definition. I just thought we could add value. There is hardly anything important to discuss about these choices, So, I thought we could bring in something more important from the exam perspective. We discussed this last week. We discussed the Paralympic Games, and we mentioned that the Paris Olympic Games had China topping the medals. It had, how many gold medals? Yeah, 95 gold medals with 222 medals. So, we discussed this in the past, so we will not go there. 29 medals India won in total with 7 gold and 9 silver medals, that is 16. The rest are all bronze, 13 bronze medals. Okay. See, when we say Paralympic summer, okay, Los Angeles is going to host the Summer Olympic Games in 2028. So, usually the Paralympic Games are held in the same place where the Olympic Games are held. If it's Summer Olympic Games, Summer Paralympic Games are held. If it's Winter Olympic Games, then Winter Paralympics are held. Okay. So, 2028 we have Summer Olympic Games. 2026 Winter Olympic Games will be held in a place called Milano Cortizzo. Milano Cortizzo in Italy. Okay. Just to give you something more, 2032 Summer Olympic Games will be held in the Australian city of Brisbane. Okay. This Summer Olympic Games. The Winter Olympic Games in 2030, the year after this, basically the edition after this, would be held in the French Alps. The French Alps. So, you got a lot of stuff here. Well, I guess that's pretty good. Wherever possible, I'll use white. White is a little more clear to read than red is. The winner of the US Open, there is this. So, Sabalenka is from Belarus and she defeated Pegula, who is from the US. I think we'll not repeat the stuff there. Which organization has launched an online tool named Dawa Suchak? Dawa means claim. Dawa Suchak, something message. Dawa Suchak is more of an alert basically. Okay, a message about claims. So, in case you have a claim, let's say a bank, you put this is about DICGC. So, DICGC, what is it? Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation. Let me repeat, Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation. This body was established in 1978 as a special division of the RBI, RBI. Okay. Now, it is headed by currently it is headed by Michael Debabrata Patra, MD Patra. He is also the Deputy Governor of the RBI. Okay. What does it do? It insures all your deposits up to 5 lakh rupees. Any deposit, RD, FD, whatever kind of deposit, up to 5 lakh rupees per branch, essentially not per branch, basically 5 lakh rupees per account holder is insured. So, if a bank goes bankrupt, if something goes bankrupt, if a bank, financial institution, in this case bank, goes bankrupt and you got money there, 4 lakh rupees, up to 5 lakhs, your money will come back. So, when you have to register, you have to go to that website, they have a particular page for this. You type in key in your registered mobile number. What registered? Registered with a bank. Let's say you have a bank, account with Punjab National Bank. You have to claim, you put in that number, key in that number, and you could know what's the status of the claim. When will you get back your paisa? I just mentioned Punjab National Bank. Punjab National Bank is one of India's 3 largest banks. It's a massive bank. Okay, it's a Government of India bank, and it was established in 1895. And you know what? Lala Lajpat Rai was one of the 3 founders of this bank. And one more thing is that it's the oldest Indian-owned bank still in existence. Oldest Indian bank still in existence. Punjab National Bank. I think in the last class we mentioned the exact choices. Exim Bank, Export Import Bank, headed by Harsha Bangari. Harsha Bangari. So we'll not go there. SEBI, of course, the lady, the chairperson is quite in deep trouble these days. Madhabi Puri Booch. Madhabi Puri Booch. And NABARD is headed by Shahji KV. Shahji KV. Who has become the first Indian to become the president of the Olympic Council of Asia? This is Raja Randhir Singh. Raja Randhir Singh. The Olympic Council of Asia is headquartered in Kuwait City. Kuwait City, which is, as you know, the capital of Kuwait. And he was not directly elected. There was someone else who was elected, but then the International Olympic Committee ruled that that election was a fraud. So this guy was asked to take care of things, in the guy who was elected in that guy's place, basically. Fair? I think that's about it. And this guy is considered one of the most powerful persons in the world of sports. I mean, around the world, one of the most powerful chaps. Dilip Tirki, Dhanraj Pillai are both great hockey players. P.T. Shah, India's golden girl athlete, sprinter. Abhinav Bindra, of course, gold medal winning, Olympic gold medal winning shooter. Where are we? We are with the MOSP. MOSP is the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. According to MOSP, which state recorded the highest growth of 9.2% GDP growth rate? 9.2% GDP growth rate is humongous, especially when India's GDP growth rate was 8.2%. So the state of Telangana grew at 9.2%, which was over and above India's growth rate of 8.2%. Telangana has been growing quite fast. Telangana is where I am right now. I'm in Hyderabad, so this is my capital, my state. Okay, and the chief minister here is called A. Revant Reddy. Revant Reddy. Okay, right. Let me write in full. Okay, so this is India's youngest state. Telangana is India's youngest state, the newest state of India. M.K. Stalin is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Muthuvel Karunanidhi Stalin. Rajasthan, Bhajanlal Sharma. Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde. Gujarat, Bhupinder Patel. Bhupinder Patel. Who was re-elected the chairperson of the Parliamentary Committee on Official Languages? You see, the funny thing is, whoever is the Home Minister of India automatically becomes the chairperson of the official committee, Parliamentary Committee on Official Languages. Who is the Home Minister of India? Amit Shah. So that's how it is. The Parliamentary Committee on Official Languages, let me use red here, it was set up in the 1970s, to be precise 1976, make it easy, okay, 1970s, and then it comprises 20 Lok Sabha MPs and 10 Rajya Sabha MPs. 20 Lok Sabha and 10 Rajya Sabha MPs. Always headed by the Home Minister of India, that is, in this case, Amit Shah. You know this chaps here, so let's not discuss this, okay. And how many national languages are there in India? 0. India does not have a national language, but India does have 2 official languages. One is Hindi, the other, of course, is English. English is the medium of communication across India. So is Hindi, of course. Yeah. So recently, in the meet, the Home Minister said, as chairperson of this committee, he said that our goal is to ensure that all sarkari government work happens in not just the national official languages, but also in the local language. Local language, which has become the 101st country to join the ISA, which is the International Solar Alliance, as a full member. Of course, the answer is there, Nepal. This is headquartered in Gurugram. This was started by Prime Minister Modi, I think in 2015, okay, especially to tap solar energy. Gurugram, and it's headed by Ajay Mathur. Ajay Mathur. Ajay Mathur of India. Nepal, the chief minister is, the prime minister is Khadga Prasad Sharma Oli. Khadga Prasad Sharma Oli. That's the chief minister. Okay, Maldives. It's been many days since we discussed Maldives, so let's bring in Maldives. Maldives, my friends. If you look at India like this, okay, you will find Maldives here. Oh, it is spread across 90,000 square kilometers. 90,000 square kilometers. Remember, I am not talking of the area. I am talking of the spread of this place. Okay. Hey, this is not how India looks, but I am just, I drew it to give you an idea. Now, the thing here is that Maldives. The capital is Male, M-A-L-E, Male, and this country's area is just 298 square kilometers. I think that makes it the smallest country in Asia, and population is just about 5.15 lakh square kilometers. 5.15 lakh, and it is the lowest lying country in the world. The average height is 1.5 meters above sea level. Just 1.5 meters above sea level. That's the average height. It is considered the lowest lying country in the world. So there was this to highlight the climate change and the vulnerability of these kinds of countries. A lot of these countries have held underwater cabinet meetings. They say that this could be our fate if you guys, the rich countries, and the more polluting countries, don't control global warming. India will host the second Asia Pacific, ministerial conference on civil aviation, in New Delhi. The thing is, who is the Minister of Civil Aviation? It is K. Ram Mohan Naidu, who belongs to the NDA constituent Telugu Desam Party. So Ram Mohan Naidu is the Union Minister of Civil Aviation. This is a very, very powerful ministry. Okay, so you have this civil aviation thing here. India is one of the fastest growing aviation markets in the world. Just to bring in something extra here, airports, anything different here? New Delhi. New Delhi is home to the Indira Gandhi International Airport. There are 2 airports in India that are named after women. Only 2 airports in India are named after women. One is New Delhi, the other is Indore. The Indore airport is called Devi Ahilya Bai International Airport. Devi Ahilya Bai International Airport. She was, of course, the regent of Indore's Holkar dynasty, and considered one of the most iconic, royal persons ever born in our country. Okay, Hyderabad airport is called Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. Which country has launched its biggest naval drill called Ocean 2024? Yeah, this is Russia. This is also the name that the USSR, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, had for its biggest drills in the 1970s and 80s. 1970s and 80s, same name, Ocean. In those days also it was huge, my friends. Okay, now I'll just give you a scale of how many basically. They have included 90,000 personnel. 90,000 personnel, 120 naval aircraft, and about 300 naval ships. 300 ships. See this? I mean, it's not an ordinary, naval exercise. Plus, some parts they involved China. China was also a partner in some of the exercises, not the whole exercise. Okay. Russia has one of the largest navies in the world. The largest navy belongs to China. Some say US, but it's China today, and then of course US third. Russia has the 3rd largest navy in the world. I think we'll go to the next one. The 45th FIDE Chess Olympiad is taking place in Budapest, and that's the capital of, where is Hungary? This is Hungary. You see this in here? Yeah, this is Hungary, my friends. Okay, this country here. It's a small country, very. It has had great refusal, steadfast refusal to let in migrants. They say we will not let in migrants, especially coming from those who are coming from, West Asia, Iraq, Afghanistan, and Turkey, Syria. These we will not tolerate. We will not give any space to these guys. The European Union put immense pressure on Hungary to open their borders, but they said nothing to it. We will not let in migrants. And the Prime Minister of Hungary is Viktor Orban. He is a close buddy of former US President Donald Trump and current Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now you know why, basically. Okay, he is considered a right winger. Fair? So, this is Romania, of course. Romania's president is a guy called Klaus Iohannis. Klaus Iohannis is the president of Romania. Poland, the prime minister, this is Poland in green. The prime minister is Donald Tusk. This is the prime minister. Lithuania, this is Lithuania. It's a country that is seriously anti-Russia. Lithuania's president is Gitanas Nausėda. Belgium, oh, it's here in pink. You see this tiny country here? Alexander, you could write this, Alexander De Croo. Alexander De Croo, that's a prime minister's name. Yeah. I guess we covered pretty much everything there. Name the anti-submarine warfare, which are basically ASWs, anti-submarine warfare shallow water crafts recently launched by the Indian Navy at Cochin Shipyard and, of course, Garden Reach Shipbuilders, Kochi, basically. We have 16 of this. India is building 16 ASWs, anti-submarine warfare crafts. 16 of them. The total budget is 13,000 crore. 13,000 crore is the total budget. So the idea is to beef up the Navy, and we are building a lot of ships within India. So indigenizing thing, basically making in India is taking a big shape in the defense industry in India. Okay. So these three are called Mahe class. What is it? Mahe class. That is the name of there are 5 ships here. Mahe class. Fair? And Mahe is a union territory, is a part of union territory called Puducherry. I'll maybe sometime at the time we'll bring in. And you should know that Mahe is the smallest district in India. Smallest district, just 9 square kilometers. Okay, which institution has called for setting up AI factories to boost the development of AI technology? The European Union. I have this map for you. In dark blue is European Union, 27 members. 27 members. I'll write here. It has 27 members. Okay. It used to have 28. Britain went out. So this color represents former member. You see these are non-members. Switzerland, Norway, they are not members. These are official candidates. Ukraine and Turkey. Turkey has been an official candidate since 1999. Okay. And after the Ukraine war started, even Ukraine was made an official candidate. But remember one thing, to become a full-time member would take at least another 15 years for it. Yeah, if negotiations start on the right track. So that's the European Union, my friends. The SAARC comprises, the SAARC's full form is South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. What is it? South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. It's headquartered in Kathmandu. What is it? Kathmandu. It has 8 members. It has 8 members. You can look at this. You can look at India. Let's say you are looking at India. On India's west are Afghanistan and Pakistan. So 2 members there. 3rd is India. 4th is Nepal. 5th is Bhutan. 6th is Bangladesh. 7th is Sri Lanka. okay, and 8th is Maldives. So 8 members of the SAARC. Where African Union, oh, it has 53 members, will not get there, and it has no particular head office. One is in Addis Ababa, the other is in Johannesburg, but let's stick to Addis Ababa, which, as you know, is the capital of Ethiopia. ASEAN is Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Let me repeat, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Okay, it's headquartered in Jakarta. It has headquartered in Jakarta, which, as you know, is the capital of Indonesia. It has 10 members. Yeah, you can just go east of India, you'll find all the 10 members. Myanmar, Thailand, 2, Thailand, 3, Cambodia, 4, Laos, 5, Vietnam, 6, Philippines, 7, Indonesia, 8, Brunei, 9, Singapore, 10, Malaysia. That's how you look at things. Take a geographical order, west or east or some numbers basically, okay? Some order you take. BIMSTEC is the Bay of Bengal initiative. I repeat, Bay of Bengal initiative for multi-sectoral, technical and economic cooperation. Let me repeat, Bay of Bengal initiative for multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation. It's headquartered in Dhaka. What is it? Dhaka. Yeah. Work is starting on the $10 billion TAPI gas pipeline traversing South Asia. Which country is not a part? TAPI, T for Turkmenistan, A for Afghanistan, P for Pakistan, I for India. That's how TAPI is. Okay. I'll take this to be the first question in the next class. This is one of my favorite areas. Trust me, this is a pipeline that has been in the making since an age. Why it's important, what does it mean, and what are the alternative pipelines that we in India could look at. Okay, I'll bring to you an updated, a very different talk, maybe a 10-minute talk on TAPI and this region. Okay, the Union Cabinet has given its approval, a nod, to provide health coverage to all senior citizens aged 70 and above, all irrespective of social strata. No social strata, no rich, no poor, everyone. Anyone above 70 will be covered into this. What is the Pradhan Jan Arogya Yojana? Pradhan Jan Arogya Yojana provides a total cover of 5 lakh rupees per family per year. So all kind of hospitalization is covered here. And it benefits 55 crore people, my friends. Plus all the aged people now across above 70. Yeah, Indians are growing old, and of course, because of improved nutrition and better healthcare, there are a lot of people above 70. Tarang Shakti 2024, one of the largest multinational exercises conducted by the Indian Air Force, was held at Jodhpur Air Force Station. Jodhpur, my friends, is my hometown. Jodhpur is in Rajasthan. It's in Rajasthan. When it's a hometown, I'll tell you what, I cannot put any photograph here because it's not allowed. When a civil aviation plane, let's say an Indigo or Air India, Vistara, whatever, lands at Jodhpur Airport, before it takes off or before it lands, there is an explicit instruction from the air hostess that the airline crew that photograph is banned. This is a military airport and it's not allowed. And I have personally seen that they have forced people to delete photos if they have spotted someone taking those photos. No selfies are allowed. That's why you won't find any photo here. Okay. President Draupadi Murmu conferred the Florence Nightingale Awards 2024. You know that these are given to nursing professionals. And Florence Nightingale was born in a very wealthy family. She was an English woman, though she was born in Italy. And you know why she's called Florence? Because she was born in the city of Florence in Italy. Yes, that's the right answer. Okay. And her birthday is on 12th May. This is the International Nurses Day. International Nurse Day. May 12th. Okay. So, Dash has approved the implementation of the inner line permit. Okay, Nagaland has done this. This is already there in certain other states. But what is this inner line permit? See, as a person who, let's say I am in Telangana, I want to visit Nagaland. The government of India would say, hey guy, hey Bharat, you would need an ILP, inner line permit. You want to go to that place, those districts, well, you need an ILP. What does it do? It helps only, with an ILP, can I get into that area. Without ILP, I am illegal. I am an illegal entrant in that area. Why ILP is required to visit, part of my own country? Because these are predominantly tribal lands, native to those places. So what does it do is, this ILP helps protect demographic balance. Otherwise, outsiders would come and settle there, and they will, the tribes themselves would, become minorities in their own homeland, ancient homelands. And considering that all these places, Nagaland and all, the border with either Myanmar or with Bangladesh, I am talking of all of them, okay. There is this increased fear. These are all basically, three, and this are Myanmar. Sikkim, of course, is with Bhutan and Nepal. But there is an increasing worry that a lot of these cookies from Myanmar have coming into these areas and settling in these areas, which are like kind of, most of these are illegal immigrants. Okay. So these are the things why we need to protect our people, our tribal groups from outside interference. The VLSRSAM, VL is vertical launch. What is it? Vertical launch. Let me repeat. Vertical launch, short range, surface to air missile. Let me repeat the full name. Vertical launch, short range, surface to air missile was successfully test fired from the test facility of the Odisha coast. This is the APJ Abdul Kalam Island. APJ Abdul Kalam Island. This was previously called Wheeler Island. Okay. The missile was built by the Indian Navy and the DRDO, Defence Research and Development Organization. Defence Research and Development Organization is India's premier defence research organization, which owns a lot of labs. Okay, like in this APJ Abdul Kalam Island is near a place called Chandipur on Sea. Chandipur on Sea. It's called Chandipur on Sea. I've been here, some related work, official work. So, this is home to one major lab called Proof and Experimental Laboratory. Proof and Experimental Laboratory. Okay, it's called PEX actually, but I wrote in P here. Proof and Experimental Laboratory. And it's also called basically test facility. So the idea here is to, to be able to, this is a shipborne missile. This is a shipborne because it's developed by Indian Navy. And who heads the DRDO? Dr. Samir Kamath. Dr. Samir Kamath. The Indian Army's contingent will participate in the 5th edition of the Joint Military Exercise Al-Nazar, which is usually held in Oman. This is Oman. Okay. Oman's pretty large country, but it's thinly populated. I'll give you how large it is. It is 3.09 lakh square kilometers. Why did I mention the exact area? Because this is as large as India's second largest state. What is India's second largest state? Madhya Pradesh. The largest state is Rajasthan, 3.42, Madhya Pradesh 3.09, and of course you have Maharashtra 3.07 lakh square kilometers. The population is 45 lakh. 45 lakh. And this is all desert. This area is all desert. Only you will find population along the coastline here, basically. That's it. Okay. And it's run by, it's a monarchy, a despotic monarchy, and it's the president, the Sultan is, he's called Sultan. If I'm not wrong, Hatim bin Tariq. Hatim bin Tariq Al-Sayyid. Al-Sayyid. That's the dynasty's name. Bin means son of. Hatim, sorry, not Hatim, Haytham. I'm so sorry. Okay, it is Haytham. I'm so sorry, my dear. Haytham bin Tariq Al-Sayyid. Okay. and it is was ruled by Portugal for about 143 years between 1507 and 1650 something basically. Yeah. But after that, it's been ruled by their own guys. Let me clear this. Yeah. See, you must have heard of a place called Gwadar here in Pakistan. This was also owned by Oman. You know that? Yeah. This is Yemen. There is no government here, to be honest. It's north. I mean, this part is ruled by the Houthi Shia militant group, okay, which has been attacking ships that pass through the Red Sea here. So I guess that's about it. The others we have been discussing quite a lot. We a while ago we mentioned the Olympic Committee of Asia, and we mentioned Kuwait City. This is Kuwait City. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Oh, that's all from me, my friends. Bharat C. Jain. Please subscribe to our social media handles. Make sure you stay curious and that you work hard to learn a lot of good things. If you want something, you want me to discuss something like the Tapi gas pipeline that I'm going to discuss in the next session, you want me to discuss something like that, I have fulfilled a lot of your wishes that have come in through comments, through emails to us. We discussed apartheid, we discussed a lot of things basically. Yeah. You want me to discuss, please share via email info@time4education.com, info@time4education.com, or you could simply leave a comment in the box space, in the space below. Thank you for being here. Have a lot of fun. Stay curious.